Suspended by hundreds of helium-filled party balloons, a man ascended nearly 6,100 meters before losing contact with people below. Why did he do this, and what happened to him? This is Oddstrosity. Let's reset what's expected. Cluster ballooning is when an individual flies through the air using dozens of small balloons, typically attached to a harness or seat of some sort. Jean Piccard was the first to do this in 1937, using nearly 100 latex weather balloons to climb 3 kilometers into the sky. Decades later, a Roman Catholic priest from Brazil named Adelir Antônio de Carli viewed cluster ballooning as an exciting, eye-catching way to get people interested in raising money for a project he was passionate about. He hoped to fund a chapel that would act as a rest area for truck drivers in Paraná, Brazil. De Carli was already an experienced skydiver, and he didn't find cluster ballooning to be an unreasonable pursuit. On January 13, 2008, he gave it his first go. Using 600 balloons, he went up 5,300 meters and traveled 25 kilometers. He managed to fly for 4 hours, but hoped to stay afloat much longer next time. He became known as the Balloon Priest due to his ambitious, daring feats. On April 20th, 2008, De Carli took off again. In preparation, he studied jungle survival, mountain climbing, and gathered all the supplies he saw necessary for this undertaking. He wore an aluminum thermal flight suit, waterproof coveralls, and a helmet. He had a GPS device, flotation chair, a parachute, sustenance to last at least 5 days, and of course hundreds of helium-filled party balloons, this time around 1,000 of them. Carrying a mobile phone and a satellite phone, he intended to keep in touch with Brazilian Navy and air traffic control, plus his friends. Despite all this preparation, within hours, things unfortunately took a sour turn. The priest had issues working with his GPS device and reported feeling very cold, but fine. Alarmingly, he also stated that he was losing height. His final contact with Brazilian military was that night, when he called to ask for help figuring out his coordinates. His friends received a devastating call from De Carli's mobile phone, saying that he was about to crash into the ocean. 8 hours after taking flight, though, they lost De Carli's location and contact. Rescue teams scoured the area in hopes of saving De Carli, but as time passed, their attempts seemed less and less likely. On the 22nd, 2 days after the priest's launch and disappearance, colorful balloons were spotted in the water near his last contact point off the shore of Santa Catarina, Brazil. Authorities searched the area, but nothing else was found. By the 29th, the Brazilian Navy had called off the search, stating that they had very remote chances of locating the priest still alive. It's believed that De Carli had ascended nearly 6,100 meters high and was on his planned path until wind led him astray. On July 4th, 2008, 3 months after his disappearance, the crew of a tugboat spotted something unusual floating in the water. It was the lower half of a body drifting near an oil rig support vessel off the coast of southeastern Brazil, around 100 kilometers from Macaé, Rio de Janeiro. We were almost certain that it was the priest due to various elements, such as the clothes and material used in the balloon trip, stated Daniel Bandeira, Macaé's chief of police. The DNA only confirmed our suspicions. DNA comparisons were made with De Carli's brother Moacir on July 29, 2008, and medical examiner Rosanne Alves would later verify that the body was indeed Adelir Antônio de Carli. The unfortunate ending to this story at least offered closure, which is sadly not always the case with missing persons. As Moacir said of the discovery of his brother's body, now we can have a respectable burial service. This has been Oddstrosity. Thank you for watching. Join me next time and we'll once again reset what's expected.